Okay. Welcome back, YouTube Kingdom, YouTube family. All right. And as far as my people on the podcast, again, thank y'all so much because, again, man, listen, patience is a virtue. All right. And again, I keep mentioning I just keep mentioning the theme of graciousness. All right. Because it is not always expected, it is not always granted that you'll get, good treatment. I know that for a fact. All right, and I'm pretty sure y'all know that as well as I know that. All right, now you know what? Listen, I'm sitting up here doing I still ain't even set up the camera. I'm just whipping, just bam, just moving the camera all about. But listen, bam. All right, another tour. Bam. Bam. Who's that? Who's that handsome young man right there? All right. Bam. He's also right there. And right there. And there goes one of his videos, right? And bam. Let me go ahead and cut that camera around. Okay. Don't know how much you take me out the zone, you be fucking with me. Slow texting me, wonder if you're playing with me. Are you hot? I don't know what the heck. I was about to say, I thought I had a piece of hair in my mouth. Alright. But you know what? Let me go ahead and cut that. Let me DJ Big Daddy Drip, chillax. Alright. It's time to move on to the next one. Alright. And the next question that I have for you guys, again, just as a heads up, well, not a heads up, just as, to rewind, again, y'all, down in the comment section below, alright, or if there is in a comment section, you guys feel free to hit me up in my social media DMs or whatever. Basically, let me know, man, what you guys think of the last question. What do you guys think of my response? And not only that, forget that, like, what is your guys' response to the question? Again, the question being, what movie title best describes your life? Right? And you can have more than one because, we're complex human beings. There is no one title that's gonna freaking fit us. All right. Hell, sometimes even with movies, although the directors and all that other sort of jazz, a lot of times they get the movie titles right, but nonetheless there are other things that could fit it. So there's that. So yeah, you guys, but nonetheless though, again, let me know what you guys think. But anyway, right, as far as the other particular question, I'm hoping that I didn't go over this particular question. All right, because even if I had gone over it, I still don't mind reiterating it. But the next question that I have is, what is the best single day on the calendar? All right, and this comes from Conversation Starters World. Conversation Starters World. And hold up, because I could have swore I heard something click. Okay, my fault. Camera's still good. All right, okay. But anyway, yeah, the question still holds. Question still stands. All right, what's the best single day on the calendar? All right. Oh no, oh my lord, I accidentally fucked around and clicked end and it freaking, oh my lord, I really just butchered it. I really freaking butchered it, y'all. Okay, but it's cool. It's all good in the hood. Alright, my fault. I accidentally ended the video on one of my laptops, man, but it's all good because I got another one right here. Right, matter of fact, I'm still gonna start it up again. All right. But anyway though, all right. Oh, also let me go back, right, because the last question also came from the same source, but again, of course, I'll start, right? So the best day, or best single day on the calendar for me, well, one, of course, there's a couple of things, right? A couple of days, right? Of course, there's Easter Sunday, Jesus' birthday, right? And basically, I put in my notes again, without Jesus, again, a lot of the stuff that we have, a lot of the stuff that we've come to enjoy, I'm not even going to say probably. Hell, we wouldn't even be able to get none of that. All right. Now, I'm not gonna go too much on a religious, on a religious strand or whatever, but excuse me, just because to be honest, I pray daily, but you know, I do not read the Bible or whatever. Definitely not enough so to go on that strand and talk that religion, or talk too much of the religious talk. All right, but nonetheless, though, Easter Sunday is one of those days that we should all keep in mind, right? Of course, Christmas being the presents and the food, precisely in that order. The presents is it, man. The presents is it. And at the beginning of, well, not at the beginning. Yeah, no. What's it called? Well, yeah. Once we return, just before, not just before. Wow. Let me get my words together. Just after we return from break, one of the things that I just said was, whenever you get something good, all right, one, you got to be grateful, be gracious, all right, be humble, you know, and be thankful for whatever good that you get, because it's not all the time that something good comes your way. It's not, you're not guaranteed that, all right. And in fact, sometimes you might, hell, you might fuck around and go through and experience a lot of negatives, a lot of bad stuff, a lot of shit that you don't want before you get that one thing that you do want. Right, and hell, you even when you do that one good thing will most likely probably outweigh all the other negative shit, all the other negative stuff that you had to deal with. All right, but yeah, Christmas, I think again it's connected to what I was just talking about. All right, again, you're getting presents now. You know, ideally presents that that you put on the list, presents that you want, presents that you've indicated an interest for, right? And not only that, but of course the food. Everybody wants to be fed, man. It is no fun being hungry. It's no fun being hungry. All right. So definitely, and I just gotta say, man, you know, Christmas, well, at least for me anyway, I don't quite know about anybody else, but like when it comes to food, like, hey, and big shout outs to my mom. Whenever she does make food for Christmas or whatever, it's the same food as Thanksgiving. But nonetheless, though, shoot, hey, I like it. I enjoy it. It's that fucking gas, and not only that, like I said, very gracious. It ain't too often that I have people, or that I'm able to have anybody cook for me, right? So yeah, no, I'm definitely appreciative of that. All right, hell, I enjoy everything from the ham to the macaroni and cheese to the collard greens to what else? There's something else. Damn, there's something else that oh, bro, how the hell could I forget this? All right, man, cranberry, right? Listen, the cranberry sauce. Right. The cranberry sauce, I'm gonna say this, it's better than cranberry juice, but yo, the cranberry sauce is lit, especially when refrigerated. All right, and of course, I'm getting into some of my talk for the Thanksgiving. All right, for the Thanksgiving food. But yes, now one thing I can say that I will and do without is the motherfucking stuffing. I do not like stuffing. It's something, ain't it? The stuffing ain't it, man. The stuffing is not it, not at all. But nonetheless, though, again, the presents, and not only that, but I've already mentioned this as well. But as far as the presents, man, shoot, it's just hell. It's been a long stretch, and I'm going to do my best to like make this happen for myself. But I've been fortunate enough to have a number of what I call Grand Slam Christmases. And Grand Slam Christmases essentially is basically a year of academic, well, one, I'll just say just excellence in general, right? When it comes to basically anything that I've you know, just throughout the years, it's basically been me doing whatever it is that I needed to do within school, me doing whatever it is that I needed to do with regard to, you know, any extracurricular activities, any clubs that I've been a part of, or any sports. And I'm not gonna say sports, but I'll say really football, right? Now, granted, ever since I've actually worked, Like meaning any year that like I've got a job or whatever, I haven't had a grand slam. But God has been fortunate enough. Now, pause. I am not rich by no means, but hey, listen, when IRS, well, yeah, when the IRS sent that what's it called? I don't know what I forget what it is. The stimulus, right? When the IRS sent the stimulus, man, shoot, bro, that was one hell of a blessing, man. And on top of continuing to keep working and all that other sort of jazz, and still just make some money for myself, and not only that, coupled with the fact that I'm not really. That of course I'm paying for my groceries, but nothing much outside of that. Well, I'll say outside of that is really building up these kingdoms, building up these empires. I'm trying to work and purchase whatever materials, resources, goods that I need in order to build it up, right? But outside of that, listen, I've got a little bit of something, and I'm going and I'm happy that I get the chance to really again create something for myself that I hadn't had in a while, and not only that, it'll be that much sweeter because I created it for myself. It's always something when you're able to do it for yourself. So yeah, and not only that though, again, pause, right? I'm not gonna take too much time. I have one final. And I know I said what's your favorite calendar, like what's your favorite day of the calendar. I have one final answer, and funny enough, this is not a like calendar. It's really a season, but I'll say Summer Madness, right? Summer Madness. Big shout outs to URL, the Battle Rap League. All right, big shout outs to them because like they have a card called Summer Madness, and it typically is. It's typically the top 2 card. There's a number of events that they have, but it's typically top 2 every freaking year. Either it's number 1 or it's number 2 behind Gnome. But anyway, right? Summer Madness. The reason why I call it Summer Madness is because there's always a new creation that comes from it. All right, that for me, like during the summertime, my brain is after the school work stops or whatever, my brain doesn't stop. I create like there's a new creation, right? Like in one particular summer, there was the creation of the Blue Empire. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, the Blue Empire was the best. Well, not the best, but the first empire to be created, and really. What's encompassed within the Blue Empire is the blog websites that I have, and which, by the way, I'll be getting started up on that at some time. At some point in time. There's also the creation of the large visions, the creation of the color spectrum, the creation of the internal sphere, and the creation of the external sphere. And although some of these concepts are what I just stated, the creation of let's take the internal sphere and the external sphere is not necessary. Perhaps it's not necessarily the creation, but it's more so the establishment, right? Really, really cementing it and putting it into the world that bam, this is real. Like although it may have always been present, this is real. This is fucking real. All right, and again, I'm not gonna take too much time talking too much because we have some other shit to get into. All right, now let me see how much time I got on the camera. Not bad. All right, I've got about 16 minutes or whatever, but it's cool. Right? We have some good shit to get into. Right? If only, every time that I reorganize this camera, bro, if y'all could see, man, bro, like it's on a stand, and I keep fucking up the stand. Like it's just always I just keep reorganizing it, like removing it all about, but it's whatever, right? On to the next, right? The first hot main question, right? Or hot topic. We are going to go. This is a different turn, right? Because this is focused towards climate, and the topic question is that, or at least that I put. The topic is Mother Nature is pissed. All right, and the official title is at least of this particular like web of this article, is world leaders sound the alarm at COP26, but do their actions add up? And the source comes from Inside Climate News, all right, and basically like some information that I have, right? I'm going to read a couple quotes, but essentially this is about, wow, wow, damn, it's been that long since I took a look at this article, right? It's only been a week, but essentially this is pertaining towards the meeting of various of the world leaders regarding essentially how the different countries are going to go about in solving the weather and climate related problems, you know, that basically all the countries face, all right? Because of course the more and more pollution and the more that we damage the earth, that's definitely shit. That's only going to be trouble for the next year, and it's going to be trouble for the next generation, and it's going to be trouble for the next generation, and whoever else that comes on down in the line. But I did get a couple quotes, and I'm going to read them out to you guys, right? So the first quote that I had stated, you know, for anyone who has followed climate change news closely, the same story has always played out like a broken record, all right? Science shows how climate is warming faster than, you know, we had previously thought, requiring even steeper emission cuts and more funding for adaptation, but the action to address the issue lags far behind, right? This is known as the emissions gap, and that gap is widening. All right, now basically, again, this being that, although there's been plenty of freaking leaders, plenty of people that's come about and been like, yo, like climate change, you know, global warming, all that other sort of jazz is a real problem, is a big problem. We've seen evidence of it, we feel evidence of it every pause, especially people within Florida. You goddamn right. We know for certain that it's a real thing because everybody complains about the weather, right? And that has only grown and become more drastic over the years, right? And I wonder why. It's not a coincidence that global warming and all that other sort of shit just happens to keep on going and going and going and going and increasing and all that other sort of jazz, right? And you know, I mean, it's connected. Well, I don't even know. Maybe connected is not the right word, right? This will just be a synonym, but correlated, right? But let me read the next question, or the next quote, right? The next quote states, as world leaders gathered in Glasgow on Sunday, you know, the Sunday, I think it's not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that, right? As world leaders gathered in Glasgow on Sunday for the United Nations conference, expectations of what might be collectively accomplished by the more than 193 countries that signed the 2015 Paris Agreement were now already low. Nearly all of the world's carbon emissions, 80%, come from just 20 of the world's wealthiest nations. And many people saw it as an ominous sign when those countries emerged from the G20 summit that same day without strong new pledges, which scientists say are necessary to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2100 and avoid its worst consequences. Shit. Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay, I'll get into whatever thoughts, whatever that I may have at the end, but I'll just keep reading the quotes. All right, and I have two more. At best, G20 members, which include the United States and the European Union, promised to stop funding coal-fired power plants in poor countries. And made a vague commitment to seek carbon neutrality by or around mid-century. Yet it was the leaders of those same nations that sounded the alarm on the first 2 days of COP26, highlighting the bizarre disconnect between the public rhetoric and what has long proven to be their inability to take robust action, right? But the opening days this is the final quote. But the opening days for COP26 weren't entirely without progress. In the first substantial deal announced at the summit, more than 100 world leaders representing over 85% of the planet's forests committed on Tuesday to ending and reversing deforestation and land degradation by 2030, CNN reported. Right? Now, damn, this is a lot of information. All right, this is definitely a lot. You guys feel free to rewind the reading of those quotes. But of course, we know I'll go through and try and take what's it called? I guess, add any thoughts that I may have. Any thoughts that I may have regarding the regarding any of what the information that was proposed. But nonetheless, so not only that, you guys should definitely check out the article. Again, the article is titled "World Leaders Sound the Alarm at COP26 but Do Their Actions Add Up," and the source, the website again, is Inside Climate News, right? And basically, well, I'm not gonna say basically, but one of the main things that really stuck out to me was, again, everybody sort of kind of sounding the alarm on the fact that, again, action needs to be taken. It's nothing new. Action has always needed to be taken. We've known that for a while, but in particularly the second quote where it stated nearly all of the world's carbon emissions, 80% come from just 20 of the world's wealthiest nations, and many people saw it as an ominous sign when those countries emerged from the G20 summit that same day without strong new pledges, right? And I think nonetheless